you texting my best friend, no drama. I'm glad you're gone. Was getting really sick of your Xbox One. Changed my profile pic, no relationship. I'm seeing who's about, cause I'm ready to go out, out. This is my breakup song. I'm gonna sing it all day long. I'm gonna glow up while you go and grow up. Haven't got time for you. This is my breakup song, and it goes out to you. Whoa, whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I miss you, is what you said when you saw a pic of me in my new dress. No worries, mate, dry your eyes. The grass is greener on the other side, where there are brides and more big fights. I'm gonna change my hair, I don't care what I wear. This is my breakup song. I'm gonna sing it all day long. I'm gonna glow up while you go and grow up. Haven't got time for you. This is my breakup song, and it goes out to you. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. You held me back, but now I'm free. Don't have to watch football on your TV. Come and get your stuff, I've had enough. Now that we're done, time to have fun. I'll hit the gym and I'll drink big gin, and I'm ready for my life to begin. Whoa, whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, whoa, oh, 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 oh. I'm gonna grow up while you go and grow up. Haven't got time for you. The world keeps turning, life is a journey. I'm just enjoying the view. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. This is my breakup song, and it goes out to you. This is my breakup song.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now live with the Thetford Town Mayor's Pumpkin Carving Charity event. For those of you who are already watching, thank you very much for tuning in. We're looking forward to a fantastic event here over the next couple of hours. Before we get started, we've already raised £200 of our £300 goal, which is absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, that deserves a applause, yeah. So we'd like to thank those people first and foremost. I'd like to give a thank you to Billy and Erin for £10, to Mandy Thorpe for £10, for Joe Skeeter for £20, to Zoe for £10, to Joanne M for £20, to Victoria Buapre, I'm sorry if I messed up your name, for £10, £25 from Kim, and finally a whopping £75 from Keystone. Thank you very much for that donation. For everyone who's donated and anyone who's looking to donate, we'll be doing a raffle at the end of the event. So make sure you stick around and listen for see if you win. Now, I'd like to hand it over to the supporters of our event. We've got Andy from Tesco, and we've got our Mayor, Mark Robinson.
Thank you, Tom. First of all, I'd like to offer my thanks to all those that have joined us tonight. As you go around, you'll meet them as the evening goes on. But we have 5 teams joining us tonight, and we have the lovely ladies from Pink Lemonade. We have a marvellous team from Tads. The Sick Children's Trust. We have the delightful Mayor of Attleborough. should we wake him up? We have the delightful Mayor of Attleborough.
Yay!
And then we have a team from Tesco's who have kindly also supported our event tonight and sponsored our event. So we have Tesco's.
Yes.
Fantastic. And actually, I have with me today Mr. Andrew Doherty,
That's great, sir.
General Manager of Tesco's Thetford.
I am.
Andrew, once again, as ever, you always support the community. Thank you very much for your support tonight. As you know, we're raising funds for my two charities, which is TAD's Thetford Area and District Dementia Support and a Sick Children's Trust, and both support young people and old people, people at different ends of the age scale, do quite vital pieces of work. And I just want to offer my thanks, and I'm grateful to have you here.
No, it's an absolute pleasure to be involved. Thank you for asking me.
Thank you, Andrew. It is appreciated. I'm pretty surprised not to see you up there carving a pumpkin. I hear you're a dab hand.
Well, it's not true. But I have done some over the years. I've certainly done
Before
some.
we might see some of that.
There is a spare one there if needed.
Well, I think that's a challenge. I'm grateful also. I recognise some of the names in our sponsors. Joe Skeeter. Joe lives in Illinois, America. So Joe, thank you. The team at Keystone. I don't know whether to thank you or not for tipping us over the £200, because I know I've got a custard pie coming my way. I've never seen the Mayoress look so excited, actually. Apparently that's in payment for all the DIY jobs I haven't done over the last 25 years. I just want to say I'm grateful to all those that have donated so far. Keep donating, because it is two very worthwhile causes. Thank you. I believe we have a video.
Who's this for?
Never mind. Sorry. Okay, so what we'd like to do now is Andrew and myself, or for the evening, Paul Hollywood and Mary Berry, we're going to have a wander around and meet our teams.
Which one are you?
I'm Paul Hollywood.
Mary Mark is pretty close.
You Mary Mark. He's close. Hi Phil.
Hi.
Good to see you. I'm going to ask you, just so the mic can pick you up, and because the masks obscure what you're saying, if we can all speak up so people watching us on the live stream can hear us. So, this is Councillor Phil Leslie, and Phil is the current Mayor of Attleborough. Phil and I often have a good chat, and I said, Phil, I've got just a project for you. But Phil, can you introduce us to your team?
Yeah, we tried for other councillors, but they didn't want to get their hands dirty, so I had to settle. I had to settle for my two daughters. I shouldn't say settle, should I? This is Charlotte and Sarai, two of my three daughters that are here tonight.
Look, thank you very much. Did Dad have to pay you to join you?
Promised McDonald's.
He promised you at McDonald's to get you here. Fantastic. And I can see you're busily beaving away on your pumpkins.
Yeah.
Have you got a particular design in mind?
Yeah, I think we're going for three different things tonight.
Yeah. You go first?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to do a Spider-Man face.
You're going to do, oh, okay, cool.
I'm going to do a ghost.
You're going for a traditional ghost at the time of Halloween.
And I'm going for the usual sort of lantern pumpkin sort of style.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
we will see. This is obviously very much a family affair, and we'll see how this pans
Well,
out.
the competition tonight isn't between us, it's between
Who can
us.
beat Dad?
Yeah.
Who can beat Dad?
That's the goal.
We recognise that, don't we?
So being mayors though, do you invite him to your pumpkin competition, or does it not work like that?
We haven't had one yet go, but we've got.
That's
we've-
one up on you then.
Mark, but Mark is very kindly offered to do a quiz for us later on, which we'll take him up on.
Okay, that's fair enough.
The idea is we all work together, support each other, because I'm sure you've got a charity that you're looking to support as well, Phil.
There's
Of course
several local charities in Attleborough that we are looking to work closer with as well. So yes, absolutely.
and it's a tough year to be there, isn't it? Because of all that's going on.
It's been tough because of COVID and because of self-inflicted problems, but we're finishing well. We're looking
Excellent.
forward to a a good season.
Well, look, I won't distract you any longer.
Yeah, they're getting ahead of me now. Basically slowing me down.
I am impressed. And,
I'm not the artist actually.
Dad's got to up his game.
Yeah,
So should we meet our second team?
Yeah.
So we're going to meet our second team, and I'm going to let Andrew lead on this.
Hello.
Hi guys, team.
Well, yeah, I suppose I should introduce the Tesco team. There is a spare one there at the moment, but I'd like to thank Lee and Keely for turning up. Thank you so much for that.
Good.
What's the theme then? Talk to us about your inspired theme here.
We might be freestyling this at the minute,
There's nothing wrong with that, mate. That's good.
but
Yeah,
we have got some good ideas coming up, so see how it goes.
What's the theme?
Kind of more like spooky.
Spooky's good.
Yeah.
Like have one of that coming out the mouth, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't use too much of it because we've got to put some on the mirror later.
Okay, that's all
Right,
good.
okay.
People, we're fine for any other stuff.
So yeah, we're only just gonna get started right now, but we're gonna.
It's good. It's
Got a
not
few
a race.
ideas,
It's
so
not a race.
Yeah.
it will come together soon.
Oh, I see. Yeah, like
So
that.
you've got a few coming up.
Yeah.
It's good. Nice to see you working together on it.
No. Right.
So what I want to know
Yeah.
is he a good boss?
Excellent.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never seen two people so nervous.
It's free speech, isn't it? Free trial, free speech.
I'm really grateful to have your support tonight. And who's the pumpkin going to look like?
Could be it. Representative Tesco's.
Well, I would just say that you go very careful with that knife.
Oh.
Those muscles.
Definitely do that, do
Don't want any accidents.
You don't want to smash it up. Brilliant. Well, look, leave you guys to crack on. We'll be popping around to see how you're progressing.
Thank you very much.
Lovely.
Brilliant. Thank
Yeah, I look
you.
forward to it.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
me
you.
too.
Free stuff.
Hello, ladies.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you all?
Thank you very much.
It's good to see you again, Susan.
Thank you very much.
Susan,
Yes.
would you like to introduce your team?
Yes, this is Mary Mackay, who's a friend staying with me for the weekend. She didn't realise she was going to get roped into this.
You didn't know?
No, she didn't know. No, so she's.
Would you have come if you didn't know? Would you still come?
Well, I thought I'd come and spectate. No choice actually.
No,
She
that's
was
right.
told.
But Mary's actually, you've travelled out from Inverness.
Yeah, we left Inverness yesterday morning at 5:30. Got here last week.
It just goes to show that it's hardly something that a mayor does. It's such a draw.
Yeah.
It's such a draw. And I know this lady.
I've never said anything.
I'm in lucky there with growing the costs at home.
Oh, you're lucky, Mary.
So for those of you who don't know, this is the mayoress who's had the privilege of being my wife now for 25 years. And it's such a privilege that she made the last donation to make sure I get a custard pie later.
I couldn't let that.
Apparently it's for all the DIY jobs that I haven't done over the last 25 years.
That might be a bonus though, that it's not coming.
Susan, you are heavily involved with the Sick Children's Trust,
Yes.
which is one of my two nominated charities for this year. And I know you do a lot of work arranging fundraising events yourself. Would you like to tell us a little bit about what you do, what the Sick Children's Trust absolutely wants to achieve in supporting young people?
Right, I'm the honorary secretary, so I do ticketing and database. And the Sick Children's Trust is a charity it's actually a nationwide charity, but we have two houses on the Addenbrooke site where parents of seriously sick children can come and stay. It's a terrible time for them because they arrive in Cambridge, no accommodation, a child sick, and they can just come and relax in the house. It's near the wards and everything. And we run these 16 bedrooms for friends and family of any child that's sick in the hospital, really. We have a 92% occupancy, which is very sad, but it's amazing. And on the maternity side, we have 6 rooms where parents can stay as well. And it's totally funded by donations, voluntary donations. A very good cause.
No, very good indeed. Very good.
I'm a bit concerned about the mayoress's pumpkin. Passing resemblance to the mayor.
The right colour.
It's the right colour. Well, we'll leave you to crack on.
Thank you.
We'll be catching up with you again in a little while. while, but
This is more difficult than it appears actually.
yeah. It's quite easy from where I'm standing. Oh, that helps. Thank you. This is probably the quietest team.
That's because we're concentrating.
Oh, yes.
I'm never quiet.
Double take her, though.
I thought it would only
So-
think it's allowed. I didn't know if my mate Andy with me.
So, for those of you who don't know, this is the second of my nominated charities for the Thetford and Dementia Sport. Vicky, introduce your team, please.
This is my mother, Dory, who used to come when my dad had dementia, now has moved on to actually supporting and helping. This is my friend Frank,
So,
who supports me and my mad family, I suppose, that I'm able to give with.
well, I have to confess, Frank's caused us some concern. We had to check the rules because he's using free hands. And we thought he might actually be breaking the rule. breaking the rule. But Vicky, you've been volunteering for TAS for some time, and I know Doreen makes a lovely cup of tea. No biscuits, I noticed.
Biscuits, is it?
Tell us a little bit about TAS. Why are you involved and why it's so important?
Well, it's very well. First, I got involved with it because my own father obviously had dementia. But it's such an important outlet for a lot of people. Certainly people caring for dementia. There's nowhere there to go for them to people who will understand them. There's lots of little things that happen with dementia that we have people there who professionally know about all this and can support them through that. And they can just be together and speak with each other. Lots of different carers of different kinds of people with dementia. And you find that a lot of them, when they come there, they find that having that outlet and somewhere to go helps them cope from week to week with their loved ones.
I know from my Friday morning visits, it's just as important for those suffering with supported disease and for the carers to know that wider support in the community is there. They're not alone.
No.
Yeah.
So we do reach out to them at other times. But it all happens on a Friday morning, but during the week there's still where we reach out to them where they may need support or help or someone just to talk to them.
Absolutely.
So it's an ongoing.
And I know during COVID, because I've taken part in sessions, you've been having meetings online,
Yes.
right? Tuesday mornings,
Every Tuesday
11
morning at 11 o'clock, yeah.
and it's a catch up, and you've had some themes, you've had
Yeah,
some
we've had
sing
lots of
songs.
things, we've had songs going on, we've had Wear a Silly Nose going on, anything just to engage the conversation. We've had your favourite pictures that we've all shared pictures of ourselves when we were younger or special memories. We had favourite places that they've been and a lot of dementia patients have sort of picked over them. Oh yeah, I can remember that one. So
I'm hoping tonight, I never thought I'd say this, that we actually hit minimum target of £300, so I get drunk with the pumpkin in it. But I've just noticed the way you're carving your innards, and I felt I might have concussion. I would ask that you make those a little bit smaller, please.
it's all right.
I didn't like that because I cannot go online. I don't know how to. I'm a 70-year-old woman. That's too technical for this. Can I give it
So
to
you're
you?
making this donation, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass that to the guys, and they will thank you. That's a donation from Doreen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
That's
much.
appreciated. But for those of you that haven't made a donation, yeah, every pound and every penny does count to make a difference to somebody's life. So if you're able to visit the Just Giving page and make a donation, it makes a hell of a difference. Won't hold you up while we've been chatting. Yeah, Frank's been working.
Yeah, but it's going to take over from me.
Fantastic.
Hi.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
And this is the Pink Lemonade team?
It is indeed.
Is that your official title?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
And who's the captain of the team leader?
Yeah,
Or I should say the band leader.
Oh, yeah, she's the band leader, she's the pump.
Come on in, band leader, introduce your team for me.
I'm Maddie, this is Frankie, and this is Brianna, and we're a band.
Will you tell us a little bit about the band?
Here we play pop-punk music. Our music video was on at the start of this live stream. So if you want to see that again, it's on YouTube. It's at Pink Lemonade. It's sad that we can't do gigs at the minute.
So, who's the vocalist and who plays the instruments? Or who does both?
We all do both, actually.
Awesome.
Yeah, Maddie's the lead vocalist and she also plays bass guitar. I'm the drummer and also do backing vocals, and then Rihanna's our guitarist and also does backing vocals. So, yeah.
I've always wanted to play the drums because I think that's good for pent-up frustration.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Just get the anger out, just smack some drums, why not?
Okay, well, we've got some inspiration behind the theme or anything here?
Well, to be honest, although we're like quite artsy in terms of music, I don't think any of us are very artistic in terms of drawing. This is the first pumpkin I've ever done, so I've just gone for like the basic triangle eyes, smiling pumpkin, you know the one.
Got that one. This one, you put a thought into this one.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. It might work, it might not work. I don't know, you don't see.
It's looking good so far.
It
is looking the part. It is looking
the night is young. We will come back, I suppose, later on and see the progress. Is there any chance of a song later then?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think we're allowed to.
Tap the table.
Yeah, could do.
Tap the table, maybe an acoustic version.
That's great. Well, thank you for being part of tonight.
Thanks for
And
having
we'll
us.
let you go back to concentrating on your carving. And just want to say thank you to all our teams tonight for taking part, and for those of you that have contributed thus far. And we're just now going to go to a short break, and we have a video for you to watch to tell you why, the backstory to why tonight's happening.
Dementia is a word we give to a set of symptoms affecting different aspects of thinking and brain function that get worse over time and affect the way we live our lives. Dementia is not a normal part of aging. It is the result of physical diseases that damage the brain. Everything that makes us who we are, our personalities, intelligence, emotions, our hopes and our fears, are driven by this incredible organ. The brain is the most complex structure in the known universe. Intricate networks of brain cells, bundles of nerve fibers, and hundreds of miles of blood vessels all work in careful unison to keep us ticking every day. Every second of our lives, nerve cells in the brain are firing. But when these cells become damaged and their connections start to break down, a person can develop dementia. The area of the brain where this damage occurs determines the symptoms a person experiences. If nerve cells in the back of the brain are damaged, a person's vision might be affected and they may have trouble reading words or climbing stairs. If nerve cells in the side of the brain are damaged, communication and language skills can change. There are 4 main diseases that cause dementia. The symptoms of these can overlap, sometimes making them difficult to tell apart. While each disease has characteristic symptoms, these can change from person to person depending on which areas of the brain the disease is affecting. Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia. Often, one of the first areas of the brain to be affected by Alzheimer's is the hippocampus. The hippocampus controls aspects of our memory and navigation. So, forgetfulness and getting lost are usually some of the first symptoms of Alzheimer's. In Alzheimer's, nerve cells are damaged by a buildup of 2 proteins in the brain, amyloid and tau. These proteins are present in all of our brains, but in Alzheimer's they behave unusually and begin to clump together. Researchers are still trying to understand what triggers this, but it's likely to be a mix of age, genetics, and other factors such as poor heart health. The buildup of harmful proteins is also a key factor in other diseases behind the condition, like dementia with Lewy bodies and frontotemporal dementia. This damage spreads from one area of the brain to another as the condition progresses. So symptoms get worse over time and people begin to find more aspects of day-to-day life difficult. Dementia with Lewy bodies can affect different areas of the brain, leading to a variety of symptoms including changes in attention, sleep problems, and hallucinations. The processes involved in dementia with Lewy bodies are similar to those involved in Parkinson's disease. And people with dementia with Lewy bodies can also develop Parkinson's-like symptoms such as shaking and slowed movement. Vascular dementia can occur after someone has had a stroke or the blood vessels in their brain are in poor health. While the other diseases that cause dementia spread steadily through the brain over time, vascular dementia can progress in distinct steps after an event such as a stroke, slowing a person's ability to think, plan, and pay attention. Unfortunately, there is currently no cure for any of the diseases that cause dementia, and no treatments that can slow or stop the spread of these diseases through the brain. Researchers all over the world are looking for new ways to tackle these diseases and protect precious nerve cells. Their work has the power to offer new hope to millions of individuals and families whose lives are affected by dementia. To find out more, search Alzheimer's Research UK. Dementia is a word we give to a set of symptoms affecting different aspects of thinking and brain function that get worse over time and affect the way we live our lives. Dementia is not a normal part of aging. It is the result of physical diseases that damage.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm just going to now take the opportunity to dig further into the Sick Children Trust and their, well, ladies.
Controversial.
Let's have a look. I've got an interest. Mary, can we save yours for last? Susan, can you turn yours around?
It's an early yet.
Now, I know you like musicals, so I'm presuming Cats.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh.
This is harder than you think, actually.
Me and Andrew saying that it's the easiest task we've done.
What yours is, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
This is really quite difficult.
So I'll just move across there. So we have. So what is the inspiration? I know I joked about loving musicals.
Yeah, I couldn't do a dog, so I thought I'd do a cat.
You've gone fair enough. And Lady Mary.
It's definitely looking more like him as it goes on.
Jack Skellington.
So you've got Jack-o'-lantern.
I just watched him.
Oh, good. Well, we see you popped out. You might have thought one you made earlier. Mary.
Okay.
I've got a sneaking suspicion I know who this is.
It's called Mr. Trumpkin.
So it's Donald Trumpkin.
It's good for hair.
So can you tell us about your inspiration?
Just the right shade, I thought of.
I don't think he's orange enough for Donald.
Well, that's true. Add some highlights.
But you've got the mouth. Perfect. Absolutely.
A few more wrinkles.
Squinty eyes as well.
Oh,
A few more wrinkles around the eyes, I think, should do it.
That's very good at making me.
that is cool. Well, ladies, you obviously put your heart and soul into it. And I believe now we have a short video to tell you a little bit more about the Sick Children's Trust and why what they do is so important to so many families in our area. Thank you. So we're just going to show you this little short video.
We love him. And he's my brother. Of course.
Riley is quite shy, whereas Noah is cheeky. But they are the best of friends.
Most of the time they are inseparable and they just love doing everything together, so yeah, there's no way you could sort of separate them.
He was in the bath. I thought there's something not right here, so I called Wendy. We got him out of the bath and his legs just crumpled from under him, really.
Two main blood vessels that supply the blood to the brain that for Riley were increasingly blocking. They need to find an alternative route to the brain.
He needed surgery urgently. They described it as a ticking time bomb, the lesser of two evils. It's a risky surgery, but it's one that needed doing. What was the main concern for us at that point was me being with Riley. I didn't want to be coming home. I could be anywhere up to an hour and a half, 2 hours away, if anything, if they needed me.
How do we find, somewhere for Chris to stay that's not a million miles away?
We booked a hotel. We didn't have the money to pay for a close top of the range or anything like that. It was a budget, and it was still about 25 minutes away through all the traffic. So we chatted a bit with people, and when we got to the ward, they said, "Do you want, there's a Sick Children's Trust just around the corner." But that's they call it a home from home, and that's what it is.
For Noah as well, it was a massive benefit because he would just wanted to be back with his brother. Because Riley and Noah had never been separated before. It just took away all the worry. It took all the worry away from having to be, a long way away. We were just there, we were all together.
When Noah came up and stayed, he thought it was an adventure. The staff were so good with him. And then he went and saw Riley, and Riley, the medicine he needed just to really pick up, he picked up instantly. Without the Sick Children's Trust, I don't know what we'd have done. You can't put into words what it means to be that close. They're just a godsend, absolute godsend.
Hello, and we're back. Thank you very much to all of the donations we've received so far. We are very, very close to our £300 goal. I'd like to give a thank you to Lauren for £5, to Doreen for £10 earlier on. Thank you very much. We'd also like to give a thanks to S. Scott. I wonder who that might be. Cheers, Mum. For £20. And we've received £10 from Tina Milner. Have I got that right there? My board is a little bit out of sight. My vision's not the greatest. But those are the extra donations we've received so far. Obviously, still keep your donations coming in. They all go to a great cause. You've just seen a video explaining what good your money can do from this event. So we'd like to go back to our mayor and Andrew from Tesco's to continue with the event.
Welcome back, everybody. You just caught Andrew and I sneaking off for a
glass of water. That's what I've got.
Mine's this coloured. Andrew, what do you reckon of the standards so far that we've seen?
Competitive.
It is competitive, and I think there's competition in between the teams and individual members.
Definitely on that table over there. It's more of a family thing.
I'm pretty confident. I heard the mayor of Attleborough saying to his daughters, "Just remember who's giving you a lift home." Should we have a wander and just see how our teams getting on? So, we shall start with the aforementioned. How are you getting on?
We're not doing right. Do you want to have a little preview of where we're at?
Absolutely.
He just wants to show off.
No, not yet, no. You've got to start drawing the mouth onto it next.
So when are you making a start, Phil?
It's going to be really interesting at 8 o'clock when Next gets thrown in your face. But
that said with some real relish as well. Soraya, how are you cracking on?
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh yeah. That is artistic. That is artistic.
It's a little artistic.
Mine doesn't look good, but it's just the beginning.
Oh, so you're making the spider's web
Yeah,
first.
just the spider web. Get ready for the eyes.
Excellent.
Very, very good.
So we get there.
That's under some pressure.
That is under some pressure.
We thought we finally found something that Dad was bad at, but
But he's working at...
We've been practicing.
Oh, brilliant. So there's earlier pumpkins that we can see.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I'll leave you guys to crack on. We will come back to you. And I'm particularly interested to see how yours develops, Shah. It's quite intricate.
Very brave for that one. Very brave. I'd be interested too. Come back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where would you like to go, guys? Team Tesco.
Good.
So my first question, do you get car points?
I hope so.
Just checking. Just checking.
I see that when he said freestyle earlier, he's changing the theme every time we come back.
So, would you like to reveal your progress?
Right, this is mine so far.
Oh, look at that. I know, that is artistic.
It's getting there.
You're on Mike Wazowski, that is.
Oh, God. So it's Monsters Inc. Oh, yeah. Which I shouldn't confess to liking because it's a kiddies film, but it's a great film.
And Lee's going to...
I went through some, found some spooky characters, so here we are.
Oh, and that is the chap from The Nightmare Before.
You got it.
He's got all this time on his hand watching films.
His body's made up full of worms, isn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
We'll see how this goes, but it's going well,
That's really like him as well.
Thank you.
Very brave decision, that one.
Yes, everything's got to be perfect, so.
Yeah, no, good.
It is looking good. It is looking good.
Right,
Excellent.
keep going.
We should come back to you guys. Yeah. And we. Hello, guys. Yeah, I do apologise. I'm just going to walk across the camera.
Don't worry about it.
Dory, reveal your pumpkin.
I've never ever done this before. Never. That's you really, Mark.
It's me.
There's a few doing that.
The resemblance is uncanny. It is absolutely.
You can see it.
So I'm your inspiration for your pumpkin.
I've never done it before. It's the first attempt ever.
That's brilliant. It's the first pumpkin we made.
Never made
It's great.
pumpkin.
It's great.
I used to buy pumpkins for the kids when they were little. They used to do it, and I used to cut it up and make pumpkin pie for them.
So did you take young Vicky out trick or treating?
No, never go trick or treating. No.
So people knocking on the door?
No. Don't believe in trick or treat.
Oh,
It's not my thing, trick or
Not
treat.
your pumpkin thing.
No, we waited till we got older and went on our own.
I think you wait until you was older. Yeah.
No, their dad didn't believe in trick or treat.
Oh,
He didn't believe in going around doors begging. That's what he always used to say.
Oh, okay.
I do when I got the money from the police.
No,
So,
Dad used to buy it.
Frank, can you explain what yours is about?
Well, start off with cats.
Oh, and you've gone more than one. Oh, crikey, you're using all your space.
Well, yeah. Got a skull there and a bit of a normal pumpkin face.
Impressive.
Good fun.
That is.
Good fun.
I can't wait to see these lit up actually, because we're going to light these up, aren't we, at the end? So, sorry, remiss of me to tell you this, but at the end of the evening, all the pumpkins are going to display on the stage, and they're going to be lit up, and we're going to lower the lights so you can actually see them in their full glory. So,
What are you going to do with these?
that's a really good question. I believe you're going to take them home.
You are kidding.
No.
Diggy, you got 3 pumpkins.
It's all right, we can fill it full of sweets and the
There
kids
you
can
go.
use it as a Picard thing. And
So, Vicky,
get sweets.
So, show me yours.
young Vicky, let's have a look at yours.
Never mind's a work in progress.
Still very good.
What you got one?
Very impressive.
You think?
And what's your inspiration?
Next door.
So basically, you modelled your pumpkin on Frank.
It's got
No,
his
no, I'm wearing
cheekbones.
them out.
It's got his cheekbones.
It's got his. Frank, I don't know what to say.
Neither do I now.
Touch hot.
Have you?
Well, you're doing ever so well. Ever so well. So
Good effort.
off you.
No, brilliant.
So I'll leave you guys to crack on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my wrists are gone, yeah.
We won't be able to carry the pumpkin now.
It's a good cause, it's worth it.
Absolutely.
Done it.
Absolutely.
Never done it.
We should catch up with you guys soon. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
So I'm going to just walk round here. I'll come round here. We're going to ask you to reveal your pumpkins one by one.
Go on, Rhiannon, you go first.
Yeah.
She's gone. Where? Am I going?
Awesome.
Hey.
So I noticed you've got some pulp in one of the eyes.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping, I don't know if it'll work or not, that to all kind of have a different lighting effect come
Wow,
through
look at that.
when
Look
the
at that.
candle's in
Level
there.
of detail.
So I don't know. It might not work, but we'll
You're
see.
looking for shards of light.
Yeah, it would just be like slightly dimmed. Yeah, big reveal for me, is it?
Yeah, the big reveal. Wow.
Well, that's probably the happiest pumpkin I've
Look at
seen.
his
You
eyebrows.
see.
I say you're the first one with eyebrows on the
Eyebrows
face.
on fleek.
None of the others have done eyebrows.
Yeah,
Look at that. There's a bonus
What
mark.
can I say?
Absolutely.
Beautiful pumpkin.
And Maddie.
Oh.
Did you just turn that slightly? I think your pumpkin.
I think he was laughing at it, Maddie.
With.
With.
I think that's marvellous.
It's a very, very creative table.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Different thinking on this one.
There's some different lines that we're going at.
Unique.
And you actually, each one of you's done something slightly different.
We have, yeah.
You can't be accused of collaborating.
We can't.
No.
We can't. Although Rhiannon did scoop all the guts out of mine for me. Muscles.
Well, that's for you.
Yeah, just for the viewers, if we get to £300, that's what my forfeit will be.
That's not even half of it, Mark.
Yeah, thank you for that, guys. I'm really looking forward to that moment. So, guys, this is a really. We can still pop to another short video, and we will catch up with you in the break. But please, please, please keep donating. Thank you.
Wake up early, my dress is still on, vision blurry. Where's my nail gone? Check my iPhone, scroll through photos. Good to be her. Kinda cute though, post it in the group chat. Where is this guy at? I'm having flashbacks. He is looking like a snack. I messed up, drank too much. My mama to pick me up. Rewind, rewind, so that I can replay last night. I got you on my mind. I just wanna rewind, rewind. So you're grooving on the dance floor, started moving. You've been here before, saw you staring, checking me out, feeling daring. Now I'm making out, post it in the group chat. Where is this guy at? I'm having flashbacks. He's looking like a snack. Who are you? Don't have a clue. Swiping Tinder to find you. Rewind, rewind, so that I can replay last night. I got you on my mind. I just wanna rewind, rewind. Didn't think it would end up like this. Was only after one little kiss, but then I fell in love in the club, drunken love. Time is up, I threw up, just my luck. Rewind, rewind, so that I could replay last night. On my mind, I just wanna rewind, rewind. Rewind, rewind, so that I can replay last night. I got you on my mind. I just wanna rewind, rewind.
And that was Rewind by Pink Lemonade. You can find them on Spotify, so feel free to go take a look. They've obviously come out and supported this event for us, so a massive thank you to them for that. Now, it's me sat here this time, and I'm with Andrew now. Now, Andrew, I've noticed on your badge that it says you joined the team in 1987. It means you've been with Tesco for a long time, obviously done a lot of work with them. Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do, other than being a supermarket?
No, 1987 as a young fishmonger. That's how I started. So that's the trade. So that was in Ipswich, and then I spent the rest of the year, travelling around the UK to find myself in Thetford. Been there 3.5 years now, and I suppose linking with the things we do, this is just perfect. This is a link, with something that's local in the community that we can join in and work with the mayor on, and happy to support as we always have done. Yeah, fantastic. And we're glad to be able to work with you with these sorts of events. Is there any specific reason because you see you yourself, as we've done stuff with you before, you're the sort of person who's really you seem to be really interested in helping the local community, doing what you can with with the resources you have. Is there any specific reason that you feel so strongly about this? Yeah, I think one of the biggest things for me is I don't live in the area, but all my colleagues do, and all my customers do. And one thing I've always been taught is about Tesco being a good neighbour, and we always try and put as much back as we can take out of the community. So it's all about putting back in, and we work with everyone and everything. We've only got to have one of the colleagues come up with an idea, and we support it, or the mayor's just got to pick up the phone, let me know what he's doing, and we start with a yes. Yeah, well, I mean, I've had fantastic interaction with yourself. We spoke to you, and you're immediately on board, immediately with us. So, I mean, I very much appreciate that. No, it's an absolute pleasure. Keep asking. We will. We will. We also, for all our viewers, I expect to see Andrew again in the future. I'd just like to quickly mention we have had a couple more donations come in, which means we have received £20 from an anonymous donor. I always struggle on that word. There's always one for everyone. And we've also had £20 from Susan. Thank you very much. I believe we are now at 275. So you were holding up all 10 digits on the second one. Yeah, messing me up there. But we're now on 275, so we are only £25 away from hitting our goal and seeing 15, 16 of these dropped on the mayor's head. Now, I definitely want to see that. I'm sure you probably want to see that. That's why I donated the pumpkin. Yeah, Tesco gave us these, so a massive thank you to them for that. And we'll be seeing a lot of this dropped on his head soon. Blended in quite well with his hair. Just look, he's got extensions done really, wasn't it, with how stringy the inside of a pumpkin is. It's nice to see when someone else making the same jokes. Yeah, I mean, I might as well. I get an opportunity, and it's broadcast. I might as well take the shots where I can. But we're guaranteed to be seeing some soft and I've made sure the water is ice cold because I put the bucket in the fridge. Oh, how much more did we just hit it? We just hit it. Oh, look at that. Just hit it, everyone. We just hit £300. Well, that is absolutely fantastic. Who do we receive that from? Catherine Howell?
And she says for all the Zoom calls.
For all the Zoom calls. I'm assuming is that yourself or is that? No, that'd be him. That's Mark. Well, thank you very much, Catherine. You have made it so Mark is going to be on the receiving end of a lot of pumpkin guts. And so for yourself and many others, thank you very much. And I think with that, it's probably a good idea I speak to Mark. You should tell him. Yeah. Oh, where is he? We'll get him over. In the meantime, so can you tell us about any other community events you've got coming up? You might have some other things coming up. I heard rumblings of something. Do you maybe want to tell us about that? We can. I mean, it has been really difficult to do some of the things that we used to do, especially in the store with all the social distancing. But there is one we've got planned close to Christmas. It will involve some static bikes, the mayor and me. I can tell you that much. Really? Have you got anyone else involved, or is it just you two? At the moment, it's just the two of us that I know about, and the plan is for me to get some of my colleagues and people to take up some of my stints, and for him to do the same. Just waiting for confirmation of who's involved. Fantastic. I mean, and as you know, you might know the detail behind it, but I've definitely got the provisional date in December, and the theory of what we're going to do. Yeah, fantastic. And is there anywhere people can go to find out about this event? Not yet. Not yet? I'm just waiting for the confirmation of the date. Okay, well, when there is a confirmation,
Yes.
where will they be able to find out?
On the Mayor's website.
On the Where's website. So keep an eye out on the Mayor. Is it Mayor of Thetford Facebook page?
That's
Yes.
the one. He'll put it on there when he confirms the
Fantastic.
exact date.
Fantastic. So please go onto Facebook and go to the Mayor of Thetford Facebook page. You'll be able to find out more about this event, which, you know, supporting more good causes. We're all about doing that as much as we can here. And yeah, so it'll be absolutely fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing about that. But of course, we have still got our event going on here, and I am going to go get our man of the hour to come join me here now. So thank you very much, Andrew.
Thank you. I'll let Mark come.
Thank you. Hi, Tom.
Hello, Mark.
How are you?
I'm good. Have you heard the good news, or might be bad news to you?
Well, it's bad news to me. It's interesting because I know the young lady that's made the last donation. She's my office manager. Catherine, all I can say is you've got more Zoom calls coming your way. Thank you. So yeah.
So we've obviously got these pumpkins here. I've not touched that one. You know, we've got to maintain distance. So you might want to, you know, get familiar with them because you're going to get 15, 16 of those dropped on you very soon.
Cheers, Tom. When I was fortunate enough to become mayor, I was hoping to have an opportunity like this. I didn't realise it'd be coming so soon. But in all seriousness, okay, so I'm going to get, suffer a few forfeits tonight. But in the great scheme of things, it's a little thing to do, considering that we're raising money for two charities close to my heart. The Sick Children's Trust, keeping families together, that often over a great distance when young people are suffering with their illnesses, and it keeps families together at the most difficult times. And then we all know TADS locally, and I've seen firsthand, it brings together carers and sufferers, and people get looked after. Just that network, it's almost like a second family. It's so important. So actually to get a bit gunk and messy doesn't matter really. It's just important. And actually I'm grateful to the guys tonight, and both yourself, and although you can't see him, young Joe, Joe's kindly doing all the technical stuff behind the scenes, and we have Tom supporting front of house. And actually I'm just appreciative of the support delivering tonight's event. A lot of hard work's gone in from you, yourself, Joe, David at home. David, who was here, I would volunteer you to join me and get gunked, but it's just a shame, perhaps another occasion. So I'm grateful to all the work that's gone in from you guys, and as I say, the people participating. And although...
So I'm not performing a disappearing act, my camera just had to deal with something real quick, but that is A-okay. So...
excellent. And although we have hit a target of £300, so obviously I'm going to get a little bit covered in gunk and mess, which is fine. I keep telling myself it's fine. Please keep donating. Really, through this merry year, I want to continue to raise funds for TADS and the Sick Children's Trust, and just work hard to actually support them. So if you are able, even if it's £1, it's great. It all makes a big difference to somebody. I can't say much more than that, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I'd like to call an audible because we have hit 300, and I believe we've had another donation since. Yeah, a £10 donation from Pink Lemonade. So, go find them on Spotify. Give them your views, because they have donated to the cause as well, even though they've already donated their time to be here. So thank you very much, girls. But I would like to call an audible here. So we've hit our 300.
Okay.
But do we really want to stop there?
Absolutely not.
So we've got some spare pumpkins here. We've got a couple extra just in case something was going to go wrong. Now, what I think might be very interesting, and I think the people at home might find this interesting as well. See, this one's nice and big. I'm not going to touch it because I haven't sanitized my hands since touching the camera. But wouldn't it be good if we could maybe cut the top off that, a bit more than usual? It looks about head shaped. Do you reckon we could turn it into a hat filled with gunk? And maybe
as much as you would love to do that, I struggle with claustrophobia, so that's going to rule that one out, I'm afraid.
Oh,
so
really?
thank you. But thank you, Doreen, thank you for your heartfelt enthusiasm there. But I do struggle with claustrophobia. So unfortunately I won't be able to participate in that, but perhaps we can find another way of utilising these 2 pumpkins.
Well, I've got to admit, that was the one and only idea I had.
Well, there's the shout. If you have another idea how we can use these 2 pumpkins, please keep it clean, so we do have young people that are watching the live stream tonight, so let's keep it family friendly as possible. But if you have a recommendation, and more importantly, if you're willing to put a donation alongside that recommendation, let's find a beneficial use for these 2 pumpkins that are sitting spare.
Yeah, fantastic. I agree with that. As of course, with the donations, you can leave a short message with the donation, so you can drop a donation in. Doesn't need to be a huge amount, even a couple of pounds. That's definitely more than appreciated. Handed in here. We've had some massive donors come in, but yeah. So if you let us know what we can do with these pumpkins, and we will see what we can do if we hit 400.
That'd be brilliant.
And then if we hit that, we'll find out what happens at 500. I'm sure we can go and ask the teams a bit about that. Maybe they've got some good ideas. I'm sure your wife might have a really nice idea for what to do with these.
I'm pretty sure my wife has a lot of good ideas relating to my welfare. So yes, I think it'd be a good idea. Maybe my fellow judge, Andrew, is probably a better place to actually lead on this.
Yeah.
Because I have a vested interest in this, so I think Andrew could have that conversation with the teams.
Gonna make like a good town councillor and leave when you have a vested interest.
Absolutely, absolutely. Tom, thanks again for all the work you're putting in on this. That's gone before the event and during. You and Joe, marvellous. So fantastic. I should go over there and sip my beer and worry about what's to come.
Yep.
Thank you.
We will let you know what happens at 400, because we will hit 400, right?
I
We're going to
hope
hit
so.
400. What do you reckon? Yeah? Fantastic.
Brilliant. Thank you,
All right,
Tom.
no worries.
Thank you.
Right. So, I'm a bit low down. There we go. So, we've now hit what? 300 and something? 310. Very nice. I will obviously thank everyone on screen, on camera, for their donations. It's very much appreciated. And as some of you may have seen, the donations will appear on the screen for your broadcast when it's happening. I can't see that, I don't have a screen in front of me, but that doesn't matter. Now, I will get hold of our other judge, Andrew, to come over here and join me as we go around and speak to the teams again.
Yep.
Hello, it's me with you this time.
Hi.
Now,
Yeah.
how are we doing with our pumpkins?
I'm getting there, just tidying up the mouth area now.
You nearly finished with yours, yeah?
You're getting there.
Fantastic.
Debating on to
Oh,
do
look,
something
it's
on the
coming
other
together.
side.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's not too bad, not too bad. Thinking about doing something on the other side.
Yeah, you're going to make it a two-faced
Two-faced
monster, yeah?
pumpkin, yeah, something like that. Just debating what to do.
Yeah.
How are you getting on?
I'm loving the eyes. Is there a specific inspiration, or is it you just thought it looked cool?
Yeah.
Because it does look cool.
She's
Definitely
into
looks cool.
spooky stuff.
Yeah. Are you
She's a bit creepy.
Do you sit there and do you like watch horror movies and stuff then? You get
No, she's very squeamish.
Okay.
Behind the pillow
Same.
type.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, you do watch horror films or not? Don't know. Okay. Right, we're all on the same page here. That's good to know. Right, I want to see this spider web. So.
Better than I thought, actually. I thought it was going to be a disaster.
Wow.
That's looking very nice.
Wow, look at
I don't
that.
know how I like to look for it, but...
You've got a lot of patience.
yeah.
So I've seen pumpkins carved before where they've sort of scraped the top but not gone all the way through, and it means that
That's what I'm trying.
When we went over to
Kind of
Disneyland
so
in Paris,
Yeah, I need to
they had a pumpkin sculptor there who were doing all Disney characters, and it was just astonishing how they were doing it. We're not at that level.
No, I think a lot of us here are just doing it for the fun of it.
Yeah, that's it.
To support the
We're here for
cause.
support.
But I do have to ask, obviously, as you're, I'm right in thinking you're the mayor of Attleborough, so is there anything going on in Attleborough that, sort of any events coming up? I mean, I know we're struggling for events.
To be fair, we've had to cancel a few events that we really wanted to do. And one of the big things that we love doing is the firework display and the bonfire nights and a few carnivals and market days that we do. Those unfortunately being cancelled, but we still have the Christmas lights going on.
Oh, really?
Social distance. So yes, virtual lights on for the town.
Oh, so it will be a virtual broadcast.
It'll be a virtual broadcast, yeah, to the town, so they can see us. Press a button.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. I mean, that's the sort of thing that, especially around Christmas time, you want to be able to see that sort of thing.
Yeah, we're well known for the lights now, so we've got a great team to do it, so
that's great.
It's something that draws a lot of attention.
The important question on that front, though, where can people go to see this and when?
If they go to the Attleborough Town Council website, closer to the time there'll be a link, so people can view it on YouTube.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, that'll be great. Well, I'm going to leave you guys to your pumpkins to get the final touches done. We're finishing not too far away. Nearly everyone seems to be finished by now.
I think we're very close.
So we'll move on to our next one. And we'll leave you guys to it.
Thank you. Very good.
We'll take pictures and then let Mum do it.
Yeah.
What? That's actually not very enough now.
Right. We're just fixing our camera.
They say a lot of patience.
Sorry about those technical difficulties. This is our first time using this hardware, so it's bound to happen. But regardless, we're going to continue on. Team Tesco, how are we doing?
Good, thank you. Very good. Going well.
Can we see this pumpkin?
Sure. We see it so far.
So far, very nice. Is that
It is. Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm going to put these in them to make ears.
Oh, so you're going to use the tools?
Yeah, where's the other
First one to do that.
We've got one
And
somewhere.
then you're going to poke them either side to make it like ears.
Well, that's very clever.
Oh, there's the other one. Like there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, like that.
So obviously, I won't ask you to do that bit now.
Yeah, don't ask me yet.
What about yourself, sir? How's yours going?
Not too bad. We've just got to finish the mouth off and then there'll be the
You
fun.
can just chat off to the camera.
Look at that.
So that is, I remember hearing the first time around.
Yeah.
That's the boogeyman from.
Indeed. Worms and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah. Are you?
We're getting there. It's
Yeah.
a little bit difficult with the mouth because it's quite.
Yeah, that's quite small.
Yeah,
quite
small details, but
quite finicky.
yeah.
And I was just talking to Lee earlier, and he was talking about maybe another challenge for the mayor tonight if they raise a bit more money.
Challenge.
Go on then.
I don't know how we're doing on the money stakes, but if it went up a little
If
bit.
he wants to take me on, the press-up challenge.
A press-up challenge.
Oh,
that sounds good. So what are we going to see? I mean, you're looking at your statue. I'm going to say, what, an easy 100?
Probably around that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit lower.
I mean, to be fair, we'll have to, otherwise we might have to take Mark out and stretcher.
If we give him a chance.
Well, we'll give him a chance. We'll say he's got to hit 10 before you hit 20. Does that sound about right?
Deal.
Yeah.
Deal.
And we'll find a forfeit if he can't do it.
Okay, that's brilliant.
I mean, I'm obviously sport speaking for the mayor here, but he's over there, so I'm gonna make the call on that, and then we'll see what happens. You know, fantastic. I'll leave you guys to finish off, then we'll be done relatively soon. So. All right then.
Thank you.
Right, so this is the one I've seen the most of so far. How are we doing, ladies?
Fine, thank you very much.
Are you guys finished with your pumpkins?
Still there, so just chat.
You're all done.
Yes.
I see you've made your way through a bottle of wine from our bar.
That helped.
That helped? Is that what inspired? I see. I need to try and remain as impartial as possible.
I'm facing mine towards the camera.
But I do love this. We will get to that one as well, because that one's fantastic as well. But I had to contain myself when I saw Donald Pumpkin. And obviously you can't see behind the mask, but there is an enormous smirk. Have you added some...
Yeah, I've added a few more wrinkles.
It's uncanny. Truly. The fact that you've even managed to carve it so you can see teeth on the... Or is it meant to be lips? I mean, both work.
Big mouth.
Yeah, it definitely is. Probably cut a little bit more off the bottom, make it more accurate.
No, you can see who it is.
Yeah, you can actually see who it is. And I mean, the hair is a spitting image.
It was good, the way the inside came out, all stringy.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's perfect for it. That is unfortunately stuff that is not going to end up on Mark's head, but I think that's probably a better use. I'm looking forward to seeing all of these lit up, but that one's going to be very interesting.
I think it's brilliant.
Oh, it is fantastic. Kim?
It's a bit basic.
I mean, you say it, but it's very well put together. I'm going to just ask you, I'm not going to touch it, but if I can ask you to move your wine bottle, because I think it might be in the way of the camera. Oh, and the wine glass as well. But yeah, Jack Skellington. So, I don't know whether you've seen, but our young lad over there has put together the Boogeyman from the same show, in the same movie. So, you've got a Jack Skellington here.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, there we go.
So, when we light those up, we make sure that those two are sat next to each other. I'm sure that you know, it's like it's almost like you guys were secretly on the same team. Secretly thinking of what to do, but no, this is absolutely fantastic. Spitting image. And then we're coming to the cat, which is the most creative use of an actual chunk of pumpkin I've seen.
Perhaps you could ask.
It's fun to do, but it's very difficult.
I can see the detail on it, it's amazing.
Not that particular pumpkin, but pumpkin carving is
Yeah.
very difficult.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because I mean, it makes sense now I see it, but it would have never been something I would have thought to do with the ears.
To stick ears, yes.
Yeah. How? Where did you? I'm looking at it and I can't actually see where in the pumpkin the ears came from.
Well, it came from the top and came from the
Oh!
Stolen.
See? Yeah. So.
My lid wasn't really big enough.
No.
No. Well, no, that's.
My lid is the inverted hair. My lid
Oh,
is
so-
inside, turned upside down.
Oh, really?
Good teamwork then. Good teamwork.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I think for the time being, this team is the favourite to win in terms of the team vote. But I'm not going to. I mean, I am just one of 3 judges, so I'm not going to say.
Would you like a glass of wine?
On account of being on the clock, I will turn that down. Maybe when the cameras stop rolling, we'll get onto that.
We have actually just had a text from our manager that has said that he will donate another £10 if Tom here also takes a pie to the face. What do we think about that, Tom? I'll leave you to think about that.
What are we at currently, Joe? If you can just let us know in terms of total donations. 320. All right. Well, I'm not going to do it for another tenner. I'm not that cheap, David. But if we hit 400, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll drive home with pie on my face because we have got more for 400. So I'll take that. Yeah. You're welcome. David has just asked if I would take a pie for another £10 donation.
David, your bowl.
Yes.
Yes.
I've said it 400. I think that's fair.
I would take it and then go for a tribunal.
Well, you haven't seen what you've been asked to do.
Me?
Yeah.
We'll get round to you later. We'll fill you in later. Well, that is another point I want to ask. Kim, I'm sure you have a long list of ideas, things that Mark could do as another forfeit, because we've gone over our target now. We've got 2 perfect pumpkins there that just haven't been used. Oh, we need something that we can really embarrass him with him right now. And I don't think any of us want to see a wet t-shirt, car washing thing going on.
Do you want to go shopping tomorrow? Just what I chuck that in. I'm hoping to take you shopping tomorrow. Don't think too hard. Really? It's not available. Or is it Russell Crowe? I can never work it out. Russell Crowe, is it? Yeah.
Well, I'll leave you with that thought in mind.
I should move away so you can
If you come up with anything particularly devious, let us know. Fantastic. And now we will move on to our next table. Hello again.
Hello.
How are we all doing?
Fine.
Are we all largely finished here?
I am, yeah.
Is it the same as we saw last time?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to see again?
Yeah, why not? And I've got a name for this now. It's the unknown face of Halloween.
The unknown face of Halloween.
Yeah.
It is an unknown face.
Yes. I just said it's not.
It's very interesting. The shape of the eyes in particular are very different to your typical Halloween pumpkin. Is there any reason for it, or is it you just think, yeah, that looks nice? Sorry. Oh, it was a battle with the tools. I mean, it's quite tough. Pumpkins are really
I know,
thick. Yeah.
I've never done that before, and I said to pick the do it again.
I mean, it's for a first attempt. It's very good. So, you know, congratulations.
I like it.
I'll come to yourself in a minute because it looks like you're still working hard. So I'll leave you to continue.
I'm just wasting time doing them.
Oh, really?
Show it then.
Well, go on then. Let's see. I mean, I noticed you added like thinned eyebrows to it. They're very fierce. I mean, you'd struggle to find someone to do eyebrows in that shape, I think. But I mean, if I could,
those eyebrows could go on those eyes.
They could, yeah. I mean, you can kind of do my eyebrows like that, but not quite.
It's difficult to do, aren't they, the eyebrows?
You know, so is there a reason why you're doing it? You're just kind of scraping little bits off to try and sort of just.
When the light goes through, it gives a different shine up to the hole.
Oh yeah. And that'll be so once we light them up, that should look really nice.
You'll see why I sent it just saved.
Excellent, fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. And yourself, sorry, is it the same as we saw last time? Did you finish nice and early? Oh, we've added to it. It's a complete deal. So,
and I've spelt that right to anybody's complaining out there.
Oh, you fixed it out? Because I was looking at it, I was like, I swear there's 2 Ds.
Yeah, there's 2 Ds, yeah.
You were in trouble when I left.
I know.
There.
Well.
You did as well.
Pumpkin.
Fantastic. Alright then. So with that one, because it goes all the way around, I'm going to need to find a Lazy Susan to put it on when we light it up so I can sort of spin it around, but we'll figure that one out as we come to it. Thank you very much, guys. We'll be looking forward to seeing those get lit up.
I'll get you back on camera.
How are we doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good,
I've just
good.
been asked by my boss to take a pie to the face as well, which I'm not. Which would be interesting if we reach that. So £400 maybe.
I reckon it will happen.
If it happens, I'll be happy. If not, I'll be happier. So with your guys' pumpkins, are they the same as they were when we came here last time, or have you added to them?
I've added to mine, but I think I ruined it a bit.
I'm sure you haven't. Come on, show.
It was already bad. No, I tried to add a bow.
Tried to add a bow.
But
Did you see that?
it was a bit like a lump.
Let's see, look, it might light up okay.
I gave mine some eyelashes.
You gave us some eyelashes
showing off,
and a
isn't it?
charm to it.
That's right.
Oh, so you
eyebrows now.
cut them in?
I heard you. There was no eyebrows on the last round. Now we've got eyebrows.
All I'm saying is obviously feeling that one
Well, that's fantastic. And yourself, so still the same. But I obviously didn't get to comment on it because I was working the camera last time. But the gut stuffed in the eye. Do you have any idea what that's actually going to look like? Or
No,
is that,
I'm hoping it'll be effective though.
we're getting our fingers crossed.
Yeah,
on it.
hopefully. If not, it'll be just put back out again.
Yeah, we'll just quickly come up with a spoon and just
Just judge it.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds fantastic. Well, I mean, these are all fantastic. You know, they're all very different to each other. And it's the only table where they've all got their traditional face to them. So there's almost like a theme to it. Even I mean, I say traditional face, but that one's got a yeah. But it's the only ones where they are a face. So it's like a full trio there.
Yeah, it's fully got the triangle eyes. So.
Anyway, fantastic. Right, well. Thank you very much. We'll be coming around soon to do all the judging. So, if you've got
an idea.
Sorry? Ah, you have an idea. Well, let's hear it.
I don't want to say. I think we should do a dance
To the time warp.
Halloween.
Halloween.
So I'm afraid I'm an uncultured individual and I don't actually know what that is. Again, something I've not watched, which is awful because we're in a theatre. I work for here. So I should probably know this. Would you be able to give us a demonstration, or is that for cards? So we'll get Mark to do that, yeah?
Yeah, we'll do that. We know it.
I think that's definitely something we can do if we hit 400. Is that something we're getting to next? So we should be able to get there.
Definitely.
Sorry. Okay, right. So thank you very much, girls.
Thank you.
We're gonna, as a thank you for your previous donation, we're gonna play one of your videos again, the one we opened with.
Nice. Break up song.
Yeah. So thank you very much, and we'll be back again shortly.
change my profile pic. No relationship. I'm seeing who's about, cause I'm ready to go out, out. This is my breakup song. I'm gonna sing it all day long. I'm gonna grow up while you go and grow up. Haven't got time for you. This is my breakup song, and it goes out to you. Whoa, whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I miss you is what you said when you saw a pic of me in my new dress. No worries, mate, dry your eyes. The grass is greener on the other side, where there are brides and more thick guys. I'm gonna check my hair, I don't care what I wear. This is my breakup song. I'm gonna sing it all day long. I'm gonna grow up while you go and grow up. Haven't got time for you. This is my breakup song, and it goes out to you. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. You held me back, but now I'm free. Don't have to watch football on your TV. Come and get your stuff, I've had enough. Now that we're done, time to have fun. I'll hit the gym and I'll drink pink gin, and I'm ready for my life to begin. Whoa, whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, whoa, oh, 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 I'm gonna grow up while you go and grow up. Haven't got time for you. The world keeps turning, life is a journey. I'm just enjoying the view. Whoa, whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, whoa, oh, 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 oh. This is my breakup song, and it goes out to you. This is my breakup song, and it goes out to you. This is my breakup song.
Right, and we are back yet again. I'm sat here with Mr. Mayor. How are you doing?
Okay, a little bit of trepidation.
Why would that be?
Because I know you've been talking to all the teams, and you spent an awful long time speaking to my wife. So probably I'm worried about whatever they've come up with as an extra forfeit.
Well, I'm afraid, well, I say I'm afraid. Luckily for you, your wife has not come up with an extra idea. And as far as I know, we have not had any new ideas come in for the pumpkins other than from David. Thank you very much. I'll speak to you on Monday.
I'll give you a statement to support Tom, don't you worry.
Regardless, there's all fun and games here, so we're enjoying it. So we've had two, from the people in the room, we've had two ideas come through. Good news is, they don't involve you getting any messier than you already will be at the end.
Okay.
Our young strapping individual here challenged you to a push-up contest.
Oh God. And what was the other idea?
The other idea, and I'm afraid I've forgotten the name of what it was that Manny suggested to us. What was the name of that dance again?
Time Walk.
The Time Walk.
A Halloween-based song with a little dance. They would be prepared to show you the moves, Mark, and then they would like you to follow them.
Who?
Pink Lemonade.
Pink Lemonade. So the team from Pink Lemonade want to do the Time Walk.
Do they want you to do the Time Walk?
I thought they was going to show me the moves.
They will, but you still got to be the one to do it. This is, of course, after you've had everything thrown at you.
And there was another one about him carving a pumpkin blindfolded.
Oh, carving a pumpkin blindfolded. I'm not sure we would have opportunity to do that now, but I'm sure that could be future content, couldn't it?
I don't think you want me with a sharp object blindfolded.
I don't. That's why we're going to make sure that you're doing it in your own home.
So,
where I'm not there, so I'm safe.
So what we're saying, that if we got to a donation point of £400,
yep,
I have the choice of either dancing or press up against the Incredible Hulk. I know where we're going to get with that one, but there is a third alternative. Actually.
Go on.
Alright. So where are we sitting at the moment?
I do not know. Joe, where are we sitting in terms of donations as of right now?
We're on 340.
340.
Okay.
We've had a couple new ones since then. Can you inform me of what those are?
So we had the only recent one is £20 from Mary.
£20 from Mary. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mary.
Adding to the already impressive total we've got there.
So, and you've been donated £10 from your boss.
Well, that's if that's come in.
Oh, we know David's good for it.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. It might be a white £5 note that comes in, but it's definitely we know he's good. We know he's good for it. So, I have a counter offer.
Go on.
Okay. So, I'm keen to make a personal commitment to support my charities tonight, and we've raised £340. So, as mayor, I would like to make a personal donation to avoid any further challenges, and I will actually donate £160 to make it around £500 that we raise for our charities tonight.
I mean, I think we can all agree that that's a fair assessment. Yeah, so we raise it up to 500 and avoid the extras.
Oh, absolutely.
What do we think, ladies and gentlemen?
I think
Go on, give us a yes.
Yeah,
you know,
I think you should give it a
this
yes.
is the part where you all say, yeah, okay, we'll let you off. Yeah, okay.
Oh, thank God for that. I've never been so relieved just to get gunked.
Unfortunately, I did pledge earlier to take a pie at 400, so
Well, I'm quite happy for that to happen, Tom.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy to...
Thanks, Mark.
That's all right, always supporting. So, yeah.
Well, I'm game.
Excellent, and actually, it's great, actually. If anybody else wants to join Tom, it's very quiet in here all of a sudden. Yeah. So, yeah, no, thank you. So, our next steps are, Tom?
Next steps are, we are now pretty much at the finish. Most of the pumpkins have been finished now. So they are currently getting lined up on the stage and getting tea lights put into them. And they are going to be ready to go very shortly.
Awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you could bring your pumpkins forward.
And we will get the camera on those once they're all lit up. Obviously, we want to show you them in their full glory. So that'll be when they're lit up. The lights are off in here. So you can stop seeing me, which is a massive benefit for you guys.
I think, Tom, you, myself and Andrew have got our work cut out actually picking the winners. And just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, we have an individual prize and we have a team prize for the team that's we deem has given us the best pumpkin tonight. And we have an individual prize for the individual that their pumpkins stood out. So,
yeah.
Marvellous.
And no bias involved because we have the mayor's wife pointing at herself over there. So make sure you're impartial. I'll be watching.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I'll just counteract whatever you put in there.
So if you guys just want to take a quick break, we'll just do a wide shot last, but just get ready. And then
awesome.
Okay, so we'll be back with you very shortly while we're getting ready. We'll be with you soon.
Is the camera off?
No,
no, it's not off. So. Thank you very much, everyone.
I'll just let the rest of the guys know.
quick announcement before we go and show you all the pumpkins in their glory. You now have just 5 minutes left to make your final donations. Thanks to Mr. Mayor here, who may or may not be standing off camera because I'm not 100% sure where it is. We've now hit 500, which is absolutely fantastic, but we still have time to up it a little bit more. If you want to get your donations in to be part of our raffle, we have two vouchers from Tesco. Thank you very much to Andrew for that, which will be raffled off at the end of the night as well. So get your donations in if you have any, and we'll get back to you in a couple of minutes. Mics are going back on. If you want to just intro us in and say we're now going to go see the pumpkins in their full glory.
Hi everyone, welcome back. We're now show you the efforts of our teams tonight. I just want to again thank everyone that's made a donation tonight. I'm really looking forward to getting covered in gunk in a not too distant future. And now we're actually going to show you the efforts of all our 5 teams. You will all be very proud of your efforts. I see some self-portraits in there. I'll just see who's still listening.
Keep them off, Bobby.
Well done all. Oh, look at that.
I want to change my scores.
You can't vote for yourself. Look at that. Wow. So I'm going to stand by each pumpkin, and when I do, I want the individual made that pumpkin to stand up, just so we can acknowledge your efforts. So my first pumpkin, Charlotte. Which means this must be mine. Well done, Frank. Come on, young lady, take a bow. Well done, Dora. Sterling effort from our team from Tesco. They were young lady. I've called this one Elaine Page. This one's my favourite. I found out for safety reasons. Final team, Pink Lemonade, our youngest team taking part tonight. And last but not least, Francis. Thank you all. How much did we raise in the end? £520. Thank you. Thank you. And this is just the first of several events that I'll be holding during my mayoral year as I seek to raise funds for both my charities, the Sick Children's Trust and TADS. I just want to say a massive thank you to the team for facilitating tonight, for you guys giving up your Friday evening and putting the time and effort into delivering what we've got behind us tonight, these magnificent pumpkins. And most importantly, to those of you who have joined us tonight and made those donations, I just want a heartfelt thank you. Many thanks. And now, you obviously can't see this on the live stream, but the tension in the room is audible. I now know what Katie Boyle felt like during the Eurovisions. So, here we go. Here we go. Over that, we've got nice big clogs. So, we have an individual and a team prize. And the team prize is gift vouchers for the value of £75. You've got to catch me first. And our winning team, it was very difficult to judge, but our winning team tonight was the Sick Children's Trust. Susan, on behalf of your team,
Thank you so much.
thank you
very
very
much.
And that brings us along to our individual prize. And every one of the pumpkins, you could see the thought and the craft that had gone into it, but there was one pumpkin that stood out just a little bit above everybody else's. And for that, Mary, come and join me. Mary, for your Donald Trumpkin. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you all. I'd also like to thank my co-judges, Tom, Andrew and Tesco's for sponsoring tonight's event. Thank you for taking part, everyone. Stay safe, look after each other, and thank you once again.
You can't get away just yet, though.
Can I not? I thought we were finished.
No, we're not finished yet. Don't go anywhere,
Oh.
because we're now about to, unfortunately for me as well, we're now about to see the forfeits take place that you agreed to when we started this. So, give us a minute to get everything set up. You're now about to see Kim get her revenge after many years. Mark's now going to be on the receiving end of some wet sponges, a custard pie, and all of the pumpkin guts from today.
I just need to say, would you like a new dress tomorrow? Okay, just checking.
We'll be back shortly.
Thank you.
Who's all of them? Andy's my brother. Of course.
Riley is quite shy, whereas Noah is cheeky. But they are the best of friends.
Most of the time they are inseparable and they just love doing everything together, so yeah, there's no way you could sort of separate them.
He was in the bath. I thought there's something not right here, so I called Wendy. We got him out of the bath and his legs just crumpled from under him, really.
Two main blood vessels that supply the blood to the brain that for Riley were increasingly blocking. They need to find an alternative route to the brain.
He needed surgery urgently. They described it as a ticking time bomb, the lesser of two evils. It's a risky surgery, but it's one that needed doing. What was the main concern for us at that point was me being with Riley. I didn't want to be coming home. I could be anywhere up to an hour and a half, 2 hours away, if they needed me.
How do we find somewhere for Chris to stay that's not a million miles away?
We booked a hotel. We didn't have the money to pay for a close top of the range or anything like that. It was a budget and it was still about 25 minutes away through all the traffic. So we chatted a bit with people, and when we got to the ward they said, there's a Sick Children's Trust just around the corner. But that's they call it a home from home, and that's what it is.
For Noah as well, it was a massive benefit because he just wanted to be back with his brother. Because Riley and Noah had never been separated before. It just took away all the worry. It took all the worry away from having to be, a long way away. We were just there, we were all together.
When Noah came up and stayed, he thought it was an adventure. The staff were so good with him. And then he went and saw Riley, and Riley, the medicine he needed just to really pick up, he picked up instantly. Without the Sick Children's Trust, I don't know what we'd have done. You can't put into words what it means to be that close. They're just a godsend, absolute godsend.
Right, then, Mark. The microphone is back on. So then, do you have any final words to say before you're on the receiving end of a lot of pain and frustration?
Nothing else to repeat. No, but it's actually a small thing to know. Actually, to get better, let it go. Considering what we're actually here for tonight, which is to raise money for the Sick Children's Trust and Tent. So actually, it's a small price to pay for two worthy causes. So I'm quite content.
Well, yeah, you have two very wet, very cold sponges. No guarding the face, but try not to aim for it too
Can I
much.
just say this is not a bed bath?
Go for it.
Yes.
Whenever
yeah,
you are.
Alright, okay. Thank you very much.
But we're not done yet.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I think maybe your hands overhead is going to be really heavy.
Yeah.
Andrew, perhaps you would like to give the mayoress a hand.
I think she's doing alright.
Are you alright?
Yeah, you're going to get it in stages by the looks of it.
Thank you. Oh. Thank you, darling. Thank you very much. Thank you. Look, I can. No, you're fine. You don't need to do that. Look, I'd just like to say, obviously, all dignity's gone out the window, but I still hold to my original statement. We've raised a not insignificant amount for the charities tonight. I'll just empty my pockets. I don't take the pumpkin zone. I thank all that contributed. The teams, judges, Joe, Tom, facilitating tonight, and for those that have given money, because it really is important that we continue to support charities such as Sick Children's Trust and Tent. So to get gumped means nothing. What we're doing is more important, and that people that are suffering continue to get that support that's much needed. So I wish you all a really good evening. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and see you soon.
So, well, unfortunately, I pledged to 400. So, I'll wait for, well, ooh, this chair's horrendous. You know what? I'm just gonna, so you're laughing at me, I've got to clean that up. Andrew, thank you very much for coming along. If you wanted to stand at the front there and dash it. Oh, you're going to drop it on my head? Alright, hang on. See, unfortunately, I wasn't prepared for this, so I don't have a change of clothes like Mark, so, go for it. However you want. Oh! Thank you very much for tuning in. Please follow the Carnegie, the Town Council, everyone on our socials. And I didn't expect to be closing us out like this. But we'll see you again in the near future.